Hey guys, it's TK and welcome back to Blueprint channel. On today's video, I'm going to showcase the new broken strategy that has been added to the game with the cookie and also the bag of frostmites. You can easily get 320 cups every day with this strategy, but that also could mean on defense you could get the same. But without any further ado, let's showcase how you can easily swag your champion on every single attack. And here we are on the first base. We got Bernal, and yeah man, this base is the base he's running in the top 50 I think, or top 20 he is with this account. But what is the first thing you need to do is to funnel both sides with one ice golem and two root riders, then send a few of these cookie troop, which I might call mini P.E.K.K.A in this video just because they are mini P.E.K.K.As, and then go ahead with all your other army in the core and just make sure you freeze the spell towers, the infernos, the eagle and monolith, all these defenses that are really close to each other. This strategy is so shining around them just because you can freeze everything together really nicely and you have a lot of them. But don't worry guys, one thing we're gonna make sure is to keep one of these cookie troops just in case we need to to use it for the cleanup. And look at this warden ability, I pop it a lot later than the actual explosion just because my king was already full HP, the queen wasn't in the poison, the root riders went around, so there is no point of popping it that early. And you may have noticed I have the healing equipment with the warden ability, so that means it can keep healing my troops till the I think right now my ability is around 17 seconds, but the maxed or the level 15 ability is a lot longer and it can really help you out a lot on this strategy, so keep that in mind. And we can obviously swag the royal champion on this base and one bag of frostbow. I'm gonna try my best to swag bag of frostmites too, but look at this king ability. He is invincible. That is interesting because I believe that is a bug, but it could get patched very soon. So go ahead and use this giant gauntlet before this bug is out of the game, because currently once you pop it, I think if you pop the king ability after the warden ability, like first you pop the warden then the king, I think that's when he's gonna get bugged. But let's go to the next hit. Here we are on the next base. It looks like a core town hall, but a kind of diamond style. At the same time, it is kind of teaser as well, just because there is more damage on the lower side. But we're gonna go ahead with the same approach: one ice golem, two of these root riders on different sides, and with these cookie troops we can easily get a few buildings on. Look, I already have 3 because guys, there is no point of them actually going to the core. You're already gonna have a lot of HP and damage in the core, so make sure you drop 1 or 2 with your heroes and keep 1 in case you need to use it on the other side. I'm going ahead and freeze that inferno tower. You can see already there is not much damage on this side, nothing is being targeted, and at the same time I'm not using the frost bags, so keep them for the rest of the base. Now this base has 2 single infernos on the town hall side as well. I really wanted that little cookie trip to go for the mortar, but it didn't, so it ended up being a swag. But now look at this. The root riders, sometimes guys, they might open different walls, but never panic. Go ahead, rage that yeti or your king or your queen that is going for the town hall and wait for the warden ability. Don't rush it. I can see now the king came back, then I'm gonna pop his ability and go ahead, use the frostmite spell to this multi infernos, the monolith to single infernos, scattershot, heroes. Just make sure you get something around it as well. And look at that invincible king, absolutely huge, absolutely shredding through the space as well. And yeah man, I mean, you don't really need the royal champion on these bases. One of my friends actually mentioned to me that the diamond and the box bases, the diamond and the ring bases are the ones that you can swag the RC on it so easily, but on box bases it's apparently harder. So if you want to kind of defend this strategy or have a good chance of defending this strategy, go ahead and run a box base with double poison towers, just because there is no point of invisibility or the rage towers, because rage towers will be frozen and they won't even drop the rage. By the time they're dropping, it's already too late and the defenses around them are frozen or slowed down, so there is no point of a rage tower. Same with invisibility, because you have a log launcher, so they are going to activate your invisibility spell tower a lot earlier than your troops actually reach the core, so no point of that either. But let's go to the next hit, see what I do on a diamond base. And here we are on the next base, which is going to be a diamond style base. Same approach, guys, same approach. We're going to go opposite side of the town hall on every single approach with this strategy. 2 Root Rider, Ice Golem, Mini Pekkas, or Cookie Troops, whatever you want to call it. But I think this player wanted to bait us, because you can see we already went through 2 giant bombs on the outside of the base, and then there is double, scatter shot, inferno tower, multi-archer tower with the ricochet cannon. So much splash, and overall not really point damage defenses except the expos, which means these players wanted us to use the warden ability so early with this kind of baits. Now I'm going to use this frost spell on the eagle and on the ice, so they don't do too much damage to us. But one thing about the diamond style bases is that if your troops don't all of them go to the town hall, never panic. It's always about one troop going to the town hall, like the king, the queen, or your mini Pekkas or cookies or a few root riders. It's all about that, and they will be able to get the town hall. And if you're going around the base, just because this is a ground spam strategy, it might happen, but never panic. Keep the warden ability intact. You can see I'm popping the king ability on the town hall, but look, the king is not invincible, not like the last 2 attacks that I showed you, because I haven't popped the warden ability yet. This is what I meant on the last attack when I said this is broken currently, and I don't know if they're gonna fix it or when they're gonna fix it, but this king ability is broken with the gauntlet, so the giant gauntlet, use it right now. But now I'm gonna pop the warden ability and drop the champion on the opposite side. I didn't really need the champion just because we have all of these troops and the queen ability, but because of time purposes I just wanted to speed things up and drop the champion opposite side just to get these few defenses done. And then her ability, I already noticed there is a building on the 12 o'clock, so I'm going to wait for the last 4 buildings on the ground, so then I can pop the ability for the last building, so we don't get a time fail. But in general, this strategy is very quick, but the only thing you need to really consider is your spell placement, and that's it. You can easily triple this as well. Here we are on the next ring base, and guys, I mean, the ring bases are probably the easiest bases to actually get down with, but at the same time you need to watch out for spring traps or Teslas on corners. So I dropped the root rider in a way that it doesn't go through the wall, but at the same time it goes in front of the ice golem. You can see I'm already investing a few of these cookie troops, and they're just gonna go in and give me a nice funnel. Then I'm not gonna waste too much time. I'm gonna go in with all of the troops here. I think I'm keeping 1 mini P.E.K.K.A on this attack, but look at that frost spell. It wasn't the best, so I had to invest another one. And then the most important thing is this double ice golem CC is probably the best to run, but at the same time it's not that effective as well. So personally, I don't think what CC is the best, maybe super minions. But guys, I'm going to rage and heal behind the town hall so I can pop the warden ability later. But take a look at that rage tower. Do you remember I told you it's absolutely useless? You can see it in this attack really nicely. And by the way, with this warden ability, if you miss, just like I did, a few troops, if you miss them inside the warden ability, because you have the heal gem, they will still kind of gather some heal back. They will get healed up a bit, even if it's not maxed out, if it's not level 15, it doesn't matter. If you miss a warden ability, your troops can come back and do some insane amount of damage. And now king ability, you can see after the warden ability, if you pop the king ability, he is going to be invincible. He's not taking any damage, guys. This is not how the giant gauntlet ability is. The giant gauntlet ability gives king HP every few seconds as well, but not making him invincible. Just like you pop the warden ability, or you have a Phoenix on him, and that's crazy. But guys, the Phoenix is probably the most useless thing in this army. I'm not even gonna lie, just because the king never really dies, except I think the last attack actually. But in general, if you plan everything nicely, if you have a nice path to the core, to the town hall, and get everything in a nice warden ability, your king never dies. So if you want to go ahead and change the king's pet and change it to something like, I don't know, maybe a yak to beat through the walls, or maybe, I don't know, maybe the frosty and then put the poison lizard on your warden, some stuff that you can do, or even put the diggy in the strategy. Maybe somehow you can use it if you don't have the fox. But that's it, how you can triple this base. Here we are on the last base, and guys, the main thing I want to give you this tip for is always look for the eagle and start your attack into it, because you don't really want to have the eagle up until the last few seconds of your attack shooting down your heroes, just because this full strategy is basically heroes and root riders, right? So keep that in mind. The eagle could annoy you, in like, especially if it's like raged up. Maybe you didn't, you know, freeze the rage or something and you missed it. But look at this rage spell. It's not even gonna go off. It's crazy. Now it goes off, but look, what is it raging? It's raging 2 infernos, but at the same time the infernos are slowed down, so there is no point of rage tower. A poison tower would have been way better. But look at this beautiful warden ability I'm gonna pop off very late to get the most value. I'm healing up my cookie troops as well, going through double bomb tower. Everything can get healed back up, and here is where you can add that last cookie troop on a side to get some nice, you know, I would say cleanup, just because it can one-shot any building. It can literally one-shot any building, and that's insane. And one bag of frostmate with the king ability and the royal champion we still have with the queen ability, and there is just not much you can do if you run a ring base against this strategy, guys. Please don't, okay? Just because there is not a single chance of defending unless you have a very weird double poison ring base, which somehow makes the enemy drops, like, you know, all heroes at the same time. Like, I would say the champion added to the heroes, sorry, that's what I meant. And yeah, I mean, they have to finish on a Tesla farm, and then that could be maybe a chance of defending. But still, I would suggest a box base and a diamond base to be, you know, working way better against this strategy, just because there is more risk, there is more, you know, way to drop the heroes. But yeah, man, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Like it and subscribe to the channel for more. Let us know what else you want to see with this strategy, and hopefully we'll see you soon on the next one. Take care, peace.